Hello, everybody. I'm Bryan,
And I'm Bryan.
and this is Bryan versus Bryan, episode 102, Days of Thunder. Hey, man, let's get it on. Days of Thunder.
Yeah, we did Top Gun, so we might as well do the next kind of thrill ride, Tom Cruise. And you said you hadn't seen it, so
the next Tony Scott movie.
Yeah, Tony Scott and Tom Cruise back.
This feels the same. I mean, it's better, but
yeah,
you could just a lot of it feels. Tony Scott's got a vision, I guess.
Yeah, it's really hard not to compare the two.
Yeah. Produced by Jerry Bruckheimer again. So I had that one guy from Step Brothers. What the hell's his name?
Oh, John C. Reilly? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the only two NASCAR movies. Good for him.
Nice.
And Randy Quaid, oh
man.
Playing the owner.
He's rough. He's always rough.
He's pretty funny. Randy Quaid. He's got the best line in the whole movie, though.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We're going to look like fools. We're going to look like a monkey fucking a football out here. I was like, what the fuck? Monkey fucking a football. I guess that would be pretty ridiculous. Oh, it's got a Hans Zimmer score. Film received mixed reviews. Criticism aimed at its unrealistic special effects, characters, screenplay, acting, dialogue, and similarities to Top Gun. But was widely praised for its action sequences. Wasn't that just the unrealistic special effects we just talked about? Yeah. Hans Zimmer's musical score, fast pace, and the performances of Cruise and Kidman. I thought Duvall wasn't that bad.
He's arguably the best part of the movie. I would say he has some of the best lines. He's the most fun out of everybody. Every time he's on the screen, he just have a lot of fun and energy.
It came out June 27th, 1990. Yeah, it's pretty. It gets right into it, man. There ain't nothing. It's like just starts off. I want to try the car. You own a dealership. You can't fucking start a team. You're gonna build me a car. The building of the car is pretty cool scene.
Yeah,
they're putting it together and all that stupid shit he says to him. I'm gonna give you a fuel line that can hold a gallon of gas in the line. I'm gonna shave a tenth off your ass, make you slick as a bullet. He's just talking. Just showing him. Fuck in the back of the car. Get some. Don't worry. I paid a real special attention.
Harry's got a dark side.
Mr. Duvall, what are you doing? Sounds pretty crazy. That was pretty funny. And then it's from an era in NASCAR where the cars just suck ass. They got like the Chevy Lumina, like the fucking stupidest fucking race cars you could ever imagine. And that's what this is set in. And then when what the hell's that guy's name? Rowdy. His name's Rowdy. The most ridiculous NASCAR names. And he's going around the track, and then he's like, well, I got my driver. He's coming, and he pulls up on the fucking motorcycle. Like,
just in time,
Top Gun.
Who is it? They just like hair blown in the wind.
And he's got some hair in this one, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to do some camera tricks, right? Nicole Kidman's way taller than that, isn't she?
Yeah,
like
he's
behind
only like
you, right?
5'4". He's
like
really
behind you on the screen. It shows him. I feel like they're putting him on an apple box.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because she's a tall woman, and she was okay. Every time she spoke, it just sounded like she was whispering her line. What about the brain? I didn't get out your brain. I think you're scared of the speed. And then he's like, "God, touch my dick."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god,
weirdo. Yeah, but the movie is like, so he's with a small up and coming team. the whole point of the movie is they want to run Daytona. They want to win Daytona, which makes no damn sense because they're running like a full season. They're in
Yeah.
NASCAR. You're in it. You made it. They're just determined in this one fucking race. If I can win this one race, my life will turn around. I swear. My
Like
life will just
Daytona.
be
Yeah.
easy street, man. Easy street. It's like it's one race, bro. Maybe
Yeah.
a championship might change your whole life, but there's plenty of people that won the Daytona 500 and never did anything else.
Yeah, this is what's
Um,
been. It's going to be fun to talk to you about this movie because I mean, obviously you hadn't seen it, so and it's fucking Tom Cruise in a NASCAR movie. But more from the perspective of someone who actually watches NASCAR and loves NASCAR. Like, I don't have a lot of people in my life in my little bubble that knows NASCAR like you do. So I wanted to pick, like, there's got to be some nitpicky shit that you were watching. You're like, what the like. We were watching the movie last night, and Sarah watched with me, and she's like, "What's with all these cars? Just like, are these just sedans they got off a lot or something? Like, they don't really look like." To me, anyways, like an actual looks like they just got a bunch of sedans they rented out and tried to make them look like NASCAR stock cars. But
those are what NASCARs look like at that point. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's like the shittiest era of NASCAR stock cars. They're racing Chevy Luminas and shit. They were
uh-huh.
just dumb looking. I mean, they're still fast, but they're just stupid and they're big.
Yeah, and I felt like they made it. I've seen NASCAR, not as much to the extent that you have, but there was a time in my life where I was kind of into it. But from what I remember, like it's not. They make in this movie they make it look like it's a. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna put him against the wall. Like it's this action-packed thing. Like they just bump each other all the
Yeah,
time. I'm like, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't think they purposely do that. Maybe they do. I
it's.
don't know, but
I mean, sometimes, but yeah, everything in this movie is just that one shot where a bumper hitting another bumper. It's
mhm.
like that shot is in it 50 fucking times. Oh, god damn it!
Son of a bitch.
And a lot of the lingo and stuff they're using is real. And like, you talk about camber and sway bars and loose, and your tires get greasy, you're gonna slip all over, Cole. You're gonna hit that wall.
Hmm.
Um, it's I feel like they somebody knew about NASCAR or did some research, and then they just threw it all at the fucking screen, you know, to try and prove it. Uh, so it's not like I didn't see anything that's like overtly wrong. Just like weird things, like when they're doing a pit stop, um, it takes forever. It's about 14 seconds. Everyone's running around, and they're like, the pit guys are all yelling, "Get the fucking gun! Give me the gun!" You got the gun. Nobody's talking at all. There's no talking.
Yeah.
You got your job and you do it. And they're all fucking talking like they're the biggest part of the team. Hey, did you check the sway bar? Yeah, buddy, give me the gun. Hey, fuel guy, you doing okay? I'm doing good, bud. It's like there's a
Uh,
lot of talking in a picture, and then like even the guy like Tom Cruise, like, get the tires on, goddamn it. Like, yeah, we know
oh my
we're here to
god.
change the tires. It's the one job we have, bud. Okay,
Hmm.
sit here all race to change tires 4 times. Uh, Things like, and then every wreck is like there's never. I think they threw a caution once at the end at Daytona. Remember, he's like, I gotta get in front of the pace car.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you wreck and you have a caution, every time they wreck, they just pull it out and fucking
Drive through
they're just
it.
all they did was spin and they keep going.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you wreck, chances are you're hitting a fucking wall. I love it every time. Oh fuck! He saves it. It's just, the announcer again. He saves it.
Oh god.
I love that guy, the asshole driver who replaces him.
Oh,
The guy
Russ
from like Men
Wheeler.
in Tights.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Russ Wheeler or something. Yeah, I think it was Russ Wheeler. Like he replaces him, and then all of a sudden, this guy's got money now. Like he could barely scrounge together one team, and then
Hmm.
he's like, "Now we got 2 teams." Like, where the fuck you get a second team at?
Yeah.
And a sponsor and all that. It's like, don't worry about me, okay? I got it. And then he's like, totally okay with his own cars just fighting each other and no one else. Like this ain't how teammates in NASCAR work out.
Right.
Like they're just fucking up each other. It's like this is not helping anybody. So that was a little weird. Um, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. Uh, it's really uh I don't know. It's strange. It's just like it's almost like what I thought Top Gun would be. I thought Top Gun would be a bunch of airplane stuff connected by a bunch of little uh, maybe character pieces outside of the plane. And this one, which it was the opposite. This one is like all car stuff, like in the car mostly, and then some other stuff, which was I think works better. Um, and that footage was serviceable. A lot of it was real because I could tell they were taking shots from, but then it made it a little unreal. Like if you notice, they'll have some shots with a lot of cars. I mean, you see like the Dale Earnhardt 3 car, and you see people in the stands. But then you could tell they got to shoot it with their movie cars that they got, and so then they're like it's a close up of them and a wall, and there's no stands. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, they're somewhere else, and so that kind of stuff was a little jarring. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's like
unreal.
so what you're. I'm trying to. So what you're saying is like, and which makes sense, is that when they shot in an empty track, so like all of the close-ups on the track are on an empty track, but then they always cut back to like a wide of the crowd to give the illusion that they're on a
Yeah, they have footage of like real races and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then mixed in with their cars, so it's a little jarring. But yeah, I mean that's the only way you could do it. What are you gonna get? Fucking 43 actual NASCARs to film a movie?
Yeah, right.
And the stands full. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, there's a couple of things where I guess I was gonna ask you. There was a couple of things that stood out to me. I'm like that. Like if this happened, there would be consequences, right? The first thing was when Russ parks in front of Cole in the pit and he like cuts him off. I feel like that would be some sort of he would be penalized for doing that, but that's never addressed. Maybe not in the 90s, I guess. I don't know, but
no, yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah,
like you get stuck in your pit box because you try to pit off calendar with other people, like the person right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really want to pit on the same lap as them because then you might get stuck in your pit box, which are already small. But as long as your car is fully within the square, it's not a penalty or anything. And I've seen that a lot. People have to back up.
That fucking sucks.
But they don't do it on purpose. Like, oh yeah. Especially if you're their teammate. It's like, what the fuck is the point of that?
And the other one that I was like, what the fuck, was when Cole takes him out in his victory lap. I'm like, he would be erased from NASCAR. Yeah. Like there's no way he'd be come back in any sort. He would be banned from driving. That would be my guess. But then Sarah's like, would they just fine him? Would they fine him? I'm like, oh yeah, maybe they would fine him, but I don't know. I feel like he would be out.
Yeah, it's like on your victory lap, that would probably be a pretty big deal. There was just a race not too long ago with this guy, Noah Gragson. He deliberately just turned right into this guy who pissed him off, like just
damn,
rammed him, and then a pileup happened because of it. 12 cars.
Holy shit!
This guy, that's dangerous. A blatant, direct right turn into somebody that collects like 12 or 13 other people, and all he got was a $35,000 fine. And a lot of people are pissed about it. Like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. owns his car. That kid, and he said, I can defend almost anything you do, but I can't stand behind this at all. I can't defend this at all.
Yeah,
like that's crazy stuff. And they let him finish the race, I think, or something. They didn't black flag him or anything. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But yeah, this is Duvall stuff is pretty good. The Quaid stuff is he's all over the place, that character. He's like nice, and then he's an asshole, and then at the end he's nice. He's like,
yeah,
push him, goddammit. All of a sudden the team wants to help him when he's not on the team anymore. It just makes his motivations are all over the fucking place. And then I like how NASCAR would care. You can't help him, he's not your car.
Oh yeah.
That's my engine in there. I'm pushing my engine. Like NASCAR don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. If you want to go help someone push their car, they're gonna be like, "Oh hell no,
you can't do that." Yeah,
you can't help anybody else win. Yeah, that was weird. At the Daytona 500, the sponsors will pay for the year. Production. Let's look at that. Early 1990, plagued with delays due to frequent arguments on set between Simpson and Bruckheimer.
Wow.
Why are the producers fighting? Scott and sometimes Town over how to set up a shot. Ooh.
Yikes.
It said crew members sat idle for sometimes hours. Had accumulated enough overtime pay to go on vacation for a full 4 months after filming was completed.
Jesus.
Wow. So they spent $400,000 to have a vacant storefront in their hotel converted into the private gym. Oh wow, they were just throwing away money. They were on that Top Gun stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably expected it to be. I don't know how much this made, but I imagine they were hoping for a Top Gun scenario.
Yeah.
I don't think it made nearly as much as Top Gun did, if I were to guess.
These cars were actually raced on 3 occasions, the stunt cars. Yeah, so it's a mix of actual footage, and then they took out this group of like Cole Trickle, Rowdy Burns, Russ Wheeler cars. It looks like 3 or 4 times they shot with those. It made $157.9 million off a $60 million budget. So a little less than $100 million it made.
Yeah.
Paramount Pictures. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just like not. I don't know if I'd want to watch this again. I'm glad I got one roll into it. It's just not very. I'm having trouble even remembering. I just watched it minutes ago. I just finished it.
Yeah,
I guess. The fuck happened?
Yeah, I kind of feel it. There's some movies that we've watched in the past where I'm like, what the fuck did I? There was something we just reviewed recently, right? Oh, it was Morbius. I was like, I don't know. I watched it last night. I don't remember a fucking
It's
thing.
Morbin time.
But I think that the Give Me Some Lovin' montage is really fun. It's actually early on in the movie. I remember it being in the middle of the movie, like, you know, when they build up to his character and him getting used to, and then they have the montage, like the getting better montage. But no, it happens like 7 minutes into the movie. He's already driving for NASCAR and the montage happens. But that montage is pretty fun. There's a lot of good lines in there from Duvall.
Go hit the pace car. Why? Every other fucking car here. I want you to be perfect today.
So
hit
good. Yeah.
We're having ice cream down here. Ice cream? Tom Cruise, ice cream?
Oh, God.
Come down here and have one if you want.
Yeah, there's a lot of good moments.
The car, gets out, and fucking chases him down. Another thing I forgot what bothered me was the fucking soot they put on their face every time. He's just got it looks like he's a coal miner. It's like all this, like, what kind of car you get just pumping carbon monoxide into your fucking cabin or what? It's like, why is there so much? Why is there any soot on your face, bro?
Yeah,
this is ridiculous. Everyone gets out and they're like white raccoon eyes and then just black. I was like, what happened? That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It was so dumb. And then he's like, I don't know why they switch his car so much. Like he starts off with a what the hell was it at first? The green and yellow one. I don't remember his sponsor. Fuck.
One of them was Mellow Yellow. Was it Mellow Yellow from the get-go?
That's the last one.
I don't remember.
And then the first one's green and yellow, and then the next one is like pink and black. It's some kind of like oil company or oil filters. And then the Mellow Yellow car is Rowdy's car, but he lost my sponsor.
Yeah.
It's like we're just flipping sponsors through. I don't know what the deal with that one. Mellow Yellow. I missed that. So that was a good soda, boy. I liked that soda. Missed that one. I think it might be back. I don't know. They keep bringing it back. And fucking Coca-Cola teases. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, it was kind of a fun ride. Some of the cheese, like the race on the beach and the two, like the Ford Taurus and the street Chevy Lumina
car rental. Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff they wouldn't let you do this. In the NASCAR, they might. But they're all out on the street, like Nicole Kidman. Let me out of the car! I'm gonna kill this guy.
Yeah, fucking psycho.
You got some anger problems, Cole. Oh yeah, and I like the Tom Cruise, like, but you gotta talk. Duvall's like, you gotta talk to me, son. I gotta know what that car is doing. I gotta know if it's tight. I gotta know if I gotta put more camber in the left rear. I got to know if I got to tighten that sway bar a couple degrees. And he's like, I don't know. I know. He's like, I can't help you with that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm an idiot, okay? I don't know anything about cars, all right?
Oh, God.
No, come on now. That's just like every other driver out there. That's fine. No, you don't understand. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot.
I'm an infantile.
Everything you just said to me, I have no idea what it means. Someone told me once to get in a car and drive, and I did, and I was good at it. I don't even know what the little foot pressors on the bottom are. I just grabbed the little hand stick and push the little footies and move the circle thing. He's like a child. He says, the mind of a child. He drives like a child.
Oh my God!
It's like, oh, they're yelling at him. Oh, son, what gear are you in? Gears?
Yeah, what is a sling blade? Gears, huh?
I'm in the righteous gear. What do you mean? It's the one that says R. Let's get it.
God.
That was some of the funniest shit. It's like, did you really just say that? I'm an idiot. I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part. That and the monkey fucking a football.
Oh my God.
That should have been a spin-off movie. Jerry Bruckheimer. My God. So I don't know. I did enjoy it. It's kind of stupid. It feels like an 80s stupid movie, but it's right on the precipice. It's 1990, I guess.
Yeah.
So probably feels like an 80s movie because it was filmed in the 80s, huh? Had to be filmed in 89 or something to come out in 90. But I don't know. Kind of liked it. It wasn't amazing. It would have been cooler if it was maybe an older era of NASCARs, like the muscle car type ones, like set it in the past or something, rather than the shitty 1987 through 92 era. It's just terrible looking cars that they're just dumb. Chevy Lumina, oh man.
Yeah.
It's like you win on Sunday, you're going to sell on Monday. Ain't nobody buying a fucking Lumina. That's what that car was, the black one he was racing on the beach. That was the civilian version of the NASCAR that he's driving, the Lumina. Both are crappy. So, yeah. Should have made it a period piece. Would have been a lot cooler, I think, with the old Dodges and stuff, with wing, Richard Petty kind of eras. But other than that, I mean, it's funny. It's kind of a fun ride. It's long. It's pretty long. I was like,
yeah, it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Does not need to be.
What's up with this? What is up with this? If you would have cut out all the scenes of them hitting bumpers, would have been about 60 minutes.
Yeah, you can call this movie "Son of a Bitch" because it might make a drinking game, dude. Every time, "Son of a bitch," everything.
Son of a bitch. They get pulled over by the stripper. Son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, sir, the monkey's fucking the football again. Son of a bitch. I told you to get that football out of the office.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an idiot. Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's almost like it's gonna be a crossover with Lawnmower Man. Don't put that football near that monkey. I tell you what.
Oh my God.
We have another assault case on our hands. I want to give this 6.8. That's what I want to do. I almost gave it a 7, but no, I don't think so. I don't think it's quite there.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Even liking NASCAR, I don't think so.
Yeah. So I guess I give my overall. Yeah. So I've seen this movie multiple times, throughout my life. It's been a while since I watched it.
Why multiple times?
I don't know. And so, yeah, rewatching it now, it's not very good. It's not very good at all. there's some fun moments, but overall, it's like the movie has some serious pacing issues and structure issues. I think this movie has 2 second acts. It's like he gets injured, and you're like, oh, this is the low point of the movie. He's gonna have to like try to learn his way back. That's kind of the first second act, but then that kind of wraps up pretty quick. And then they has a second act, another second act where they're like, oh, you're kicked out of NASCAR. You don't have a car anymore. So it's just like, just pick one. You don't need both. I feel like the love interest story is completely forced and unnecessary. It happens like overnight. There's just a lot of stupid bullshit in this movie. I also think that, you know, the climax of this movie is Daytona, but I think they do, and like you were saying, like Daytona is just a race. But okay, so fine, you want to have Daytona as your big climax, that's fine. But you have to like plant the seeds early on why it's a big deal, so that by the time we get to Daytona, we're like amped up and we're excited. But they don't do any of that. They're just like, it's just another race, and it's not even that long, and it's not intense. And it's like when
Yeah.
you and I are fans of the Formula One Drive to Survive on Netflix. And one of the strengths of that show is every fucking episode, they spend a lot of time getting into the character or the real people, so that by the time they get to the end, every episode ends with a race. By the time you get to that race, you are so invested in what they're doing, like it's not, you're on the edge of your seat every episode because you're rooting for
Yeah.
whoever they're talking about. I didn't feel that at all in this movie, and that's a problem. Like by the time you get to Daytona, we should be rooting for Cole. We should be on the edge of our seat, like, oh my god, is he gonna win it? But I didn't feel any of that. It's just like a whatever, nothing burger at the end of the day. So yeah, this movie's not very good. I'm actually going to go even lower than you.
Wow.
I think I'm going to give this just a flat out 6. I don't think it's very good. I think it's worth one watch, and then you probably don't need to watch it ever again. Especially like, yeah, it would have been interesting to do a period piece NASCAR, but even outside of NASCAR, there's some really good racing movies. There's a movie called Rush with Chris Hemsworth that's really good. There's the one that came out a couple years ago with Christian Bale and Matt Damon called Ford versus Ferrari, which is really good. So like when you look at the competition out there with Days of Thunder, it's like there are so many better movies about racing than this. This is just kind of like a whatever movie, but I would recommend watching Rush or Ford versus Ferrari. Both those movies are really good.
Nicky Lauda.
Or what's that one? God, what the fuck? There's a Stallone movie in the 2000s. I think it's a Formula One movie. I forget what it's called, but that movie's fucking ridiculous too.
Yeah, it was like called F1 or something. Or like he was racing in the streets. Or something, he had to race in the streets. Some shit like that.
Oh god.
That's funny. God dang. Yeah, but I guess in 1990, this was kind of all those good racing movies are after that.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't think of any old movies that are like good racing movies. You know what I mean? Like classic Hollywood. There's some cool car movies, but are, not necessarily racing movies.
There is one. I've never seen it. I think because from what I remember, it's like a 3-hour long movie, and it's from like the 50s or 60s. So I haven't watched it. I hear it's supposed to be really good, but it's called Grand Prix. I forget who's in it, but again, it's a 60s movie that's 3 hours long. I don't know. It depends, but so there were a few out there back then, but not a lot. This is probably the one that made mainstream for sure, if I were to guess, unless I'm missing one. But
yeah, yeah, 6.0 and a 6.8. That's that. Go check it out, maybe. I don't know. It's on HBO Max, if that means anything to you. If you're a Tom Cruise completionist, did they ever do any other one? Him and Tony Scott? I think that's it. Just the two.
I think that's it. Yeah. And it sucks that you and I, because you said you don't watch a lot of Tom Cruise movies, and it sucks that we've landed on Top Gun and Days of Thunder because he has a lot of good movies. We just haven't, like I would watch A Few Good Men. He's
Maverick
really good
was
in.
one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, Maverick's awesome.
That was pretty amazing.
But yeah, A Few Good Men's really good. Edge of Tomorrow's really good. Obviously, The Mission Impossible, but
I like that one.
But yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. It's silly to watch.
Live, Die, Repeat. I hate that they did that to that movie.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Speaking of this stuff, I just movies real quick. Have you seen have you heard about the Rob Zombie Monsters?
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't watch the trailer. I think I'm going to watch that one just because I'm curious as fuck.
Watch it. This shit. I was excited because I was like, Rob Zombie's quirky, and I liked his redo of Halloween. I really did like it. The second one went a little bit off the rails, but the first one was cool. And apparently he's a big Munsters fan, and I saw the pictures of them as the Munsters and they looked pretty good. But this trailer, dude, people are tearing it apart. It's somewhat okay when it's black and white, but you'll see like people are like, why does this look like the production value was here? We got a couple of Spirit Halloween gift certificates. Like it looks like fucking cheap ass TV show
Wow.
makeup, and like everything's so gaudy and brightly colored when it's not black and white. And oh man, the grandpa though, I don't know if you ever. I watched The Munsters. I liked that show. The grandpa in this one, I guess it's a prequel, so there's no kids. It's like them meeting and how they get that house. It's in the old show, and then they'll eventually have kids. And the grandpa, the guy looks like him and does a pretty good version of him. The main Eddie or what's his name? I don't know if that's his name, but the Frankenstein main guy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that guy was very good. And then his wife was I think pretty good as the chick. But yeah, check it out. And then tell me what you think about what it looks like. Because it's like people are just tearing it up, dude. Go to YouTube and look at all the comments. I'm sure it's on Twitter, a bunch of stuff about it.
Oh, yeah. I saw it blew up on Twitter over the weekend. But there's another one that blew up, too. I'm very curious to watch. But apparently, you probably heard about this, but apparently Winnie the Pooh became...
oh, yeah.
Yeah, some company made a horror film that looks fucking ridiculous called Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh became, what's it called when the copyright runs out?
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Public domain.
Public domain now.
So I can make a fucking Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yep.
I might.
But anyways, there's a Winnie the Pooh movie. It's like a cheap horror movie that looks hilarious, but...
Yeah, that does look pretty funny. And yeah, so I guess Disney still owns the rights to their exclusive characters. Like they created, I can't remember, like I think Eeyore or some of the characters in the Pooh canon that they created, not the books.
Mm-hmm.
So they have exclusive rights to that, and of course they can make more Pooh stuff but anybody can make a Pooh, and they just can't use the exact Disney likeness of Pooh. But
right,
it's pretty weird. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. 6.8 and a 6.0 on Days of Thunder. Yeah. Check us out on YouTube. Always on Apple Music, Spotify. If you like to do your podcast in the listening type, maybe the color's a little too gaudy for you, your eyeballs a little too perplexed. I don't know, man. But don't worry. No matter how you enjoy it, the cream always rises to the top. All right? So, thank y'all. Until the next piece, this is Cole Trickle saying, peace, man.
Peace.